Hey everyone, Sam Ovens here, and in today's video I'm going to talk about why mastering the basics is more important than advanced strategies and tactics. So funny story, the other day I was going through my blog and I was looking at some of my previous posts and reading the comments, and there was this comment from one guy and he said, "This blog is ridiculous. Why do you always talk about such simple things? Why can't you talk about some more advanced strategies and tactics?" And I cracked up for a moment because, this says a lot about most people. Most people are addicted and, they're obsessed with advanced things. The human brain feeds off complexity, and most people are looking for excuses and reasons to make everything more complicated than what it is. But the funny thing is that advanced strategies and advanced tactics and, advanced pretty much everything only offers incremental improvement compared to the basics. And if you were to look at cause and effect, the basics probably account for 80 to 90% of the results you get, and then the advanced strategies and tactics, they would only account for probably 10 to 20% of the effect that you would get from having implemented them. So not only are they more advanced and harder for you to learn and master and harder for you to implement, but the results you get from them are only incremental. So in business, there is nothing more important than making sure that you're covering the basics and making sure that you're consistently, executing on the basics every single day. So there's this funny story about Dan Kennedy. So Dan Kennedy is probably one of the best direct response marketers of all time. And he was at this seminar one day on marketing, and at halfway through one of the days there, everyone got the option to break up and move into some different rooms to listen to some different topics. And there were two different rooms. Everyone at the seminar had the option to go to the basic room and learn about basic principles in marketing, or they had the option to go to the advanced room and learn about advanced strategies in marketing. And Dan Kennedy, who's supposed to be like the best in the industry, he chose to go to the basics room. And a lot of people were really surprised, and someone asked him, "Dan, why are you going to the basics room when you're obviously like well above that?" And he looked at the person and said, "If there's anything that I am missing in my business, I want to make sure that it's not one of the fundamentals." And that's why he went there. And there is so much truth and so much to learn from that example. If your business is failing, or if your business isn't where you want it to be, or in anything in life, if you're not getting the results that you want, I can assure you the answer is not hiding in advanced things, it's hiding in the fundamentals. If someone isn't in good shape or in good health, it's not because of the grip they have on the bar at the gym, or it's not because of the type of soles that they're wearing in their trainers, or how they're lying on the bench. It'll be due to one of the fundamentals, which is sleep, going to the gym in the first place, and nutrition. Those are the basics. Those probably account for 80% of the results you would get in health and fitness. Yet, everyone is just obsessed with different grips. What's the latest fad in terms of workouts? Is it CrossFit? Everyone's obsessed with all this advanced stuff, but it's only offering incremental increase. The basics is always where you're going to get most of your results. So in business, what are the basics? You're probably listening to me and thinking, sure, I get your point, but what can I do today to make sure that I'm not missing out on any of the basics? One of the biggest things is your market. What market are you in, and what segment of the market are you targeting? Nothing is more important than the market. If a good way to describe this is with CEOs. A CEO gets most of their praise based on the business and the market they're in instead of their skills. So, for example, if you took a mediocre CEO and you put him in a company that was in a hot market and was taking off, then he's going to look like he's a genius because the market's lifting the company. You put one of the world's best CEOs in a company that's in a struggling and troubled market, then it doesn't matter how hard he works, and it doesn't matter how advanced his knowledge is. He's competing with forces greater than what he can control. And in business, making sure that you're in the right market is going to trump any advanced strategies and tactics that you ever learn. Another one is your offer. I'm on social media every now and then, and I see a lot of people, they're obsessed with what software they're using. They want to make sure they're using the latest marketing software, the latest landing page software. And people even go into discussions on what's the best color button to use on a landing page. I am not kidding. This probably makes up for most of the conversation amongst people about marketing, but they're completely missing it. No one's like, hey, what market are we targeting, or what segment of the market? And no one's like, hey, what are we offering to these guys, and what about the price? These things are going to move the needle for you. Choosing the right market, then the right segment of the market, and then choosing the right offer, and then getting the price right. These things will make you a killing if you get those right, and you won't ever need to touch button colors, different landing page software, or anything. In my business, I've never really split tested anything, and most of my landing pages and things are pretty basic, and most marketers would look at them and be like, I can't believe that's even up there. Yet it's been enough to make millions of dollars because I've nailed the basics. And I wouldn't even say that I've nailed them. I've kind of got the basics right, and that's enough to have created all of that. Forget the software, forget the complexity. The answers are always hiding in the basics. It doesn't matter if you want, a better relationship. It doesn't matter if you want, to be in better health or have a better body, or if you want to make more money, or if you want a pay rise in your job. If you want anything in life, I can assure you that the answers are in the basics, and they're not hiding in all of this complexity and all of these advanced strategies and tactics that everyone is always talking about and everyone is always obsessed with. So one thing I want you to do this week is just shut out all of this advanced stuff that everyone's always talking about. In the modern world, your success will be more determined by what you ignore rather than what you consume. It's impossible to consume everything anymore, and you want to shut out everything that the media is telling you about all of these new marketing gimmicks. Just make sure that you're in the right market, you're targeting the right segment, your offering is good, and that it actually delivers value and people see that it delivers value. And then make sure that your price is right, and make sure that you're executing on those well every single day, and it's going to make more difference than any advanced strategy and tactic that anyone can ever teach you. So that's my challenge for you this week, is to go out there, ignore most of the stuff going on, and just execute on the basics. I guarantee it will change everything for you. So now what I want you to do, if you're watching this video anywhere else other than my blog, head over to samovens.com right now. That's where more posts and videos like this are. That's where the comment section is. And that's where other free resources for entrepreneurs and business owners just like you are. Now, if you've liked this video, I want you to do a couple of things. First of all, hit that like button up the top. And once you've done that, I want you to leave me something in the comments section. I read all of the comments personally, and I would love to hear about what you think. Thanks for watching.